Hello, dear students. Today I am going to discuss with you R.K. Narayan's The Bachelor of Arts, its plot structure. The narrative adheres to a linear chronological framework, yet it is distinctly influenced by a protagonist internal development, who is Chandran. This novel presents a picaresque and episodic exploration of maturation in colonial India, contrasting with Western heroes' journeys narratives that typically culminate in significant victories. This is a literary analysis of the plot structure delineated into essential points. It's like just the novel kind of structure, which is compared to play-like structure. And the comparison can be made here, as we can see in some initial chapters, the exposition part, where the protagonist Chandan is have scholarly ideals. The narrative commences in Malgudi, introducing the realm of Chandran, a final year scholar at Albert Mission College. The comfort zone. The framework commences by highlighting the security of student life, discussions, commentary with Ramu, and the intellectual posturing characteristic of youth. The dilemma of selection. Narayan establishes the central conflict, the shift from the organized realm of academia to the unpredictable real world. And this is real. When you come out of college and when you come to the real world, you find it quite different. The second is part of this plot is the catalyst, the revelation at the river. The narrative transitions from a broad campus novel to a particular romantic pursuit when Chandan encounters Malti on the banks of Saryu River. And there is a shift. The shift this even imparts a goal and a sense of purpose to Chandran, transitioning the narrative from passive observation to active engagement. And the third part is ascending action. When there is the horoscope obstacle, the narrative tension escalates through Chandran's effort to win Malti. The narrative deliberately decelerates at this juncture to reflect the excruciating anticipation for astrological consultation. The structural pivot, this incompatibility of the horoscopes, Chandan possesses Mars as his ruling planet or exhibits Shevi Dosham, serves as insurmountable barrier resulting in disintegration of romantic aspirations. And the climax comes when uh, the hero is emotionally and the climax spiritual and emotional collapse. The climax is characterized by an internal rupture rather than a physical confrontation. Chandan, devastated by Malti's marriage to another, escapes to Madras. And here is his the sannyasi phase. He embraces the existence of a nomadic ascetic. This represents the structural dark night of the soul, during which he repudiates his identity, familial ties, and social status. Fifth, the falling action, the reversion to reality. The falling action commences when Chandran undergoes a moment of self awareness, recognizing himself as a fraud in his role as a sannyasi, as his renunciation stems from malice rather than genuine sanctity. And then he reconciles and there is the homecoming. He returns to Malgudi, signifying a cyclical return to the locale, albeit with an altered perspective. And here we see for professional development, he assumes a position as a news agent, signifying his initiation into the ordinary pragmatic realm of adulthood. Resolution, practical acceptance. The novel concludes not with the ideal love he pursued, but with a pragmatic resolution. Chandan consents to meet another girl, Sushila, rather than obsessive, fervent love he experienced for Malvi. He now possesses a serene, mature affection. The theme of the middle way, the narrative concludes by indicating that maturity constitutes a balance between individual desires and the realities of societal and traditional existence. The key structural theme which we can analyze here, element Malgudi. Malgudi is a fictional town, an imaginative town, which was the a figment of imagination by Narayan, and it acts as a stable anchor for the plot. The world remains the same while the protagonist changes. The Saryu River, a recurring physical landmark where all major life scenes occur, meeting Malti, contemplating life. And the irony is also a structural thing. The structure is steeped in irony. Chandra spends the first half trying to be modern only to settle into traditional life in the end. Thank you for watching. Hope it helps.